Hey guys, Srdjan here, and welcome back to the Srdjan General Show. Follow me on Instagram at Srdjan_General and of course SBN Chicago. If you want to support the channel and this show, we have the Patreon link in the description below, and of course subscribe to the channel to see new episodes of the Srdjan General Show. You know what? The older I get, the more I'm forgetting things, and I'm also getting more socially awkward too in these quick and passing type scenarios. For example, I was one of the hosts of the Chicago Serbian Film Festival again, and naturally you're going to meet a bunch of people and talk to everybody. I went to my co-host to talk to her about something, and one of her friends turned around and was just like, oh my god, like, you know, I love your voice. It's like kao da je namešten, right? I'm like, yes, I have a voice of an angel. Well, I feel like my voice is more AI than anything, but all right. And I kind of joked around. I'm like, I'm that automated system that you hear on the train, like doors closing on the left. This is the train to Howard. You know, if I saw her eyes light up like a tree, and I think everyone in that group believed me, but I should have just said it was true, so they thought it was cool, but whatever. Anyway, later that night, I get a DM from somebody who was sending me a clip of like me doing the hosting with my co-host. And I'm trying to be slick, right? I'm like, oh, thank you for coming. We should have linked up at the fest. We should have talked. And she's like, we did. And at that point, I just went white. I nije mi bilo dobro uopšte, because like I didn't realize that I was talking to the same chick that was complimenting me on my voice. Super embarrassing. It's like I'm trying to be a pimp out here, and here I am making myself look like a dumbass. Anyway, we have a great show for you today. My buddy Milano from Miami is here. And of course, it's a star-studded episode tonight with Chicago's very own Stefan Jevtovic, who is the lead actor in Ziv Ko Mrtav. But first, we gotta break down the Chicago Serbian Film Festival in this edition of Vasab. All right, now as I said, I was one of the hosts of the Chicago Serbian Film Festival alongside the beautiful Smiljana Nedic. Over the course of the 3-day festival, we had over 10 feature films, a bunch of special guests from Serbia who acted in the films or they're the creators of the film. We also had 3,000 attendees over the course of the weekend. Now, if that isn't an accomplishment, I don't know what is. We had war films like Heroes of Halyard and Oluja, which I know are powerful films and they have a historical significance to them, but I was more focused on the production side of things. Like, for example, when a bomb goes off, I understand people might fly into the air, but like if you're feet away from the action, why is your chest bleeding? And also when people fire more rounds than what the gun is supposed to have and you miss all 50 times, like, it just seems off. I know, it's just a movie. I'm a tough critic. What can I say? We had short films like Tribute to a Rock Star featuring U2's Bono impersonator, Pavel Sfera, who actually won the award for Best Performance in a Short Film. I actually had to take a selfie with him because that's as close as I'll get to Bono ever. And what was really nice when he accepted the award, he actually sang us a little song, so that was cool. It was definitely a star-studded event. We had Miodrag Radonjic, we had Nela Mihajlovic, Nedeljko Bajic, and apparently we had Keanu Reeves, because all weekend long, people kept coming up to me saying that. Or John Wick. They wanted to take selfies with me. There were people that weren't even part of the festival that were just like at the cashier paying for things. They're like, huh, you look like Keanu Reeves. You know, I think that Bono impersonator is onto something, because maybe my calling is to be a Keanu Reeves impersonator and I just don't know it yet. Catch me in Times Square alongside Superman and that naked guitar guy. I mean, there was a point in time where I introduced myself as not Keanu Reeves in my introduction because, you know, it started to be a butt of every joke. So I'm like, all right, let me have a little fun with it and poke fun at myself. What also got some laughs is the fact that I f***ed up saying Vrnjačka banja. Try saying that 5 times and come talk to me. Vrnjačka banja, Vrnjačka banja. Like, it's a tough word to say, or a tough town to say, really. But whatever, I'm never gonna see these people again, and no one recorded it, so at least I don't think they did. I actually ran into someone that kind of looks like the older version of me. He has long hair, he has a beard. You know, I'm not that old, so don't judge me for the grays on my beard. You know, we got into conversation after I got out of one of the theaters, and he stopped me. He goes, Imenyak. I don't, you know, like I've never met another person who has my same name until tonight. I met two. I noticed he had an accent, and he goes, I'm Australian. I'm like, cool. You know, you're the second Serbian Australian that I met. And I'm like, what are you doing here? He goes, I work here now. I go, what do you do? He wanted to make me guess, right? Like, I work 1 day a week. What person works 1 day a week? You're a priest! And how I reacted is if I like won a game of charades, right? Like I was shouting at him like, you're a priest! Mind you, he wasn't wearing his usual like outfit. So I would never think that he was a priest, you know what I mean? It's like they're usually out and about in their mantili and all that stuff. And so when we got to talking about where he worked, he said East Chicago, and someone in passing was just like, yeah, underneath his mantili he has a bulletproof vest and he's packing. Could you imagine that visual of like these priests looking like 50 Cent, like with these bulletproof vests and stuff? But it was really cool to get to know him. I don't know too many people with my name, and he was a really cool guy, so I appreciated meeting him. Shout out to Srdjan. I'd show you a Photoshop version of like that visual, but I don't want to add too many things on the list of things I got to repent for. Speaking of priests, I actually found the staff necklaces for the festival, and I handed them off to the festival manager to give to the volunteers, right? And instead of him handing them out one by one, he decided to take them all together and wave them back and forth like it's a kandilo, basically saying, Blagoslovi Bože, Amen. I don't know, I thought that was pretty funny. During our closing ceremony, not only did we hand out awards to some of our special guests, but we were giving out free t-shirts to the crowd. Now, I know that a lot of these people were sitting for hours at a time watching these movies, but I don't think they knew that they were going to get abused that night when we were throwing shirts out into the crowd and it was hitting people in the head. I guess you could say our festival was a knockout, literally. Coming up, join me and my buddy Milano from Miami as we chat with Chicago's very own Stefan Jevtovic, who's the lead actor in the movie Ziv Ko Mrtav. You don't want to miss this.
Jesi mislio da ćeš da dobiješ tu nagradu koju si dobio? Kako se zove nagrada?
Best debut actor.
Ja nisam ni znao.
Well, you're not supposed to know.
Ne znao sam.
And welcome back. My buddy Milano from Miami came over and I'm like, let's get the boys together and pre-game before we go out. Straight from the Chicago Serbian Film Festival, the lead actor of Ziv Ko Mrtav, Chicago's very own Stefan Jevtovic. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Welcome to my house.
I'm digging your basement.
Thanks. Are you finding it cozy?
Yeah.
Nice.
Might actually knock out.
Oh, I mean, feel free. I just don't have a pillow.
No, it's all good.
Yeah. First things first. What do you want to drink?
Like water.
Got it. All right.
I got problem.
No, I'm fine.
Do you want prolom?
No.
Okay.
I know it's great for.
Baci jednu čašu, Dante.
Here we go. Oh. There you go.
Prvo gost otvori. Posluži gosta.
My house is your house. Sukasa,
Yeah.
whatever.
Cheers, guys.
Exactly. I didn't get one
Čekaj,
for
desnom
myself.
rukom. Živio, vrati.
Wait, I didn't even pour one for myself. Get that prolom back.
Šta ćeš prolom?
All right. There we go. All right. Cheers. Dobro mi došao.
Aj, bolje te našao.
Živio.
Živjeli.
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 All right. How are you?
I'm kind of tired.
I can imagine there was a full weekend of festivities.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was fun. Well, I'm still getting used to the time, but by the time I get used to the time, I have to go back.
For sure.
That's gonna suck.
It's rough, I can imagine.
Yeah.
But you were here for the Chicago Serbian Film Festival with your movie, Ziv Ko Mrtav.
Yeah.
Tell me about the experience being at the festival.
Well, this is actually my first time ever being at the festival.
In all 10 years?
Yeah, in all the 10 years.
Wow.
So, I mean, I wasn't really into, like, I'd usually, in this period of time when I lived here, I was probably going to, like, soccer tournaments or something.
Right.
Or I'd be on break from, like, because it's...
Well, especially for, like, the younger generations, I don't think they're necessarily inclined to go to such events at that time. But now you have a reason, right? You're premiering your movie here.
Yeah, which was amazing. Like, I was in shock.
Was it weird with the whole fanfare of it all? Because like you have a bunch of friends here, they're coming here to support you. But how was that now that you're coming as Stefan Jevtovic, the actor, not the Chicago kid?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I'm always going to be the Stefan Jevtovic Chicago kid whenever I'm here.
Right.
You know, my good friend said when he watched the movie, it was like, you know, I'm watching the movie, I get it you, but I don't get it you. Like,
I see it, but it's not processing?
I see it, but I can't process that you're acting. Like.
Right. Well, I was asking you, like, while we're waiting on the sidelines before the Q&A, I'm like, is it weird watching yourself?
Yeah.
Like, you're still not used to it?
And I mean, I'm used to it, but like, I'm not used to it watching it with people who...
While we're watching you?
Yeah. Like, people that I know, from all
Right.
of you guys to everybody around us.
Right.
I was like really surprised though. Like, we had a lot of people show up for my movie, which was, for me...
I mean,
Success.
both solid were filled.
Yeah, both
Right.
solid were filled.
Chicago fans or like some other states like Indiana, Milwaukee?
There were people from Indiana. There were.
I've seen some Milwaukee girls. I was like, was it before, you know,
maybe
to
I
za
didn't
Stefana ili su došli za neki drugi film? A ja mislim da je za Stefana.
Right.
I was like surprised, honestly, and like the support that came out of my church where I danced.
Mm-hmm.
You danced.
Like there were parents that were there whose kids maybe I didn't even hang out with that much.
Right.
But I mean, you'd see them every Friday at Folklore and Saturday at Folklore.
Right.
Bro,
That
you're
came-
a celebrity right now. You gotta deal with that.
Yeah,
you know?
but they came and watched. But my heart was full. Like, you know, those are like gestures that I'm gonna remember forever. Like my first movie came to Chicago. I'm the main role in it, and everybody from my church came.
Right.
My folklore teacher came. Zeca Aleksić.
Oh, Johan's mom was your dance teacher?
Yeah,
And her
Johan's mom.
husband.
And her husband.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Branko, they were, listen,
Yeah.
they were, I mean, when I saw them, like my heart already started melting, and then everybody else.
And
Right.
they were
Zeca's
joined-
one of the real reasons why I started acting.
Really?
Wow.
Svetlana učiteljica?
Yeah, I mean,
How's
that
that?
was all like non-conscious, but her teaching us to dance, the way she, I mean, that was
Like the
obviously through
pokrati
folklore,
and the acting
folklore,
of
the
it all.
acting that we have in state.
Yeah.
That's all nesvesno, to je sve tu.
Right.
I ona je jedan veliki razlog što sam ja to počeo da radim.
Znači, osjećao si se bukvalno kao Crvena zvezda na Marakani, na svom terenu.
Da.
Imao si super film koji stvarno mi se svideo.
I iskreno mislim da sam uzeo 3 boda kući, razumeš?
To.
Bio sam baš srećan, nisam mogao da verujem da su ljudi došli. Mislim, znao sam da će doći ljudi, ali nisam očekivao tolike ljude, toliki broj ljudi da će doći. I to su ljudi s kim mi se svi znamo od crkve, mislim najviše od kafane, da ja...
Upravo sam to htio da kažem, sigurno iz kafane se znate bolje nego iz crkve.
Tako je, kafana, mislim ta čikaška kafana je, izvini, to je naše mjesto, to je to što nas spaja, koliko god. Petak, subota se zna, jedan vikend si petkom u Kompasu, u Skadarliju, u Zoru, u Stefanu. Znaš sve te ljude i imaš i onda ove Serbian Nights, Balkana, ja više ne mogu da ih povatam. Ali sve pratim i kad nisam tu.
Sam Kappas, don't forget Sam Kappas.
Well, Balkanitis, Sam Kappas.
Well,
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Ipak sam ja rođen ovde, ipak sam ja odrastao ovde i ipak sve te ljude ja znam. Svi smo dobri, mislim, ja nemam s kim da ne budem dobar.
Jel se osjećaš, izvini što te prekidam Srki, ali nešto mi palo na pamet. Jel se osjećaš tamo kad si u Beogradu, kad je neka premijera ili tako nešto, ili isto osjećaš taj neki vibe kao što si osjetio recimo sad ovde u Moviku, to jest u MC-u, ovde si ipak imao više to puno srce, jel tako?
Ne, imam ja puno srca, ali nije isti taj osjećaj, zato što je ovo moj grad. I ovo je, jer smo mi smo jedna mala zajednica, mislim mala, ima nas dosta, 500, 600, 700 hiljada, koliko nas ima. Mi smo jedna mala zajednica gdje se svi znaju. I ja nisam očekivao da će doći moj drug Michael iz srednje škole, a gleda Koživ komentar.
Oh, wow. Amerikanci?
Ne, ja njih nisam očekivao. Ja sam očekivao da će, ja sam znao da će doći naši ljudi s kojim sam se družio, odrastao, proveo dosta vremena. I onda kad gledaš to i sad, znaš, mnogo mi je bio bitan osjećaj kako će ljudi da reaguju i kako će im se svidjeti film. Ja sam, na primjer, u Vrnjačkoj banji kad je bila premijera, u Nišu kad je bila premijera, više sam tamo onako, ajde kako će publika da reaguje na nas, na Radeta i na mene, kako će ljudi da dožive mene, dolazim tek, jer ja sam glumac, debitant i srpsko je tržište. Mislim, naše tržište, ceo Balkan. I onda ti očekuješ, A ovdje me ljudi svi znaju i znaju me od malena i sad ja čekam da vidim njihove reakcije kako će da budu.
Right. By the way, I don't know if you were in the sala when I f***ed up Vrnjačka Banja.
No.
Vrnjačka Banja.
No, I said that I saved myself on the way back because I'm saying like, okay, you won Best Debut Actor at the 2023 Screamfest in Vrnjačka Banja, but like ja sam se, I got stuck on Vrnja, and I'm like Vrnjačka Banja, and then on the way back, when I was like,
I was there when you messed up my colleague's name.
Čemerikić?
Pavle Čemerikić.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So,
that's how I used to say his name too, so don't worry.
Yeah, he wasn't even there, so it's all good. But on the way back, I was trying to save myself because I'm like, okay, I heard laughs. I'm like, I don't want to look like a dumbass. So I'm like, Vrnjačka Banja. See, it took 2 hours to practice it. Because like, obviously, I want to like, you know, save the moment and all that stuff. But the thing that made me laugh the most was actually 2 moments. One, they're both for the closing ceremony. One, you throwing like a football, those shirts, like gađaš ljude with that. I was dying.
Because I saw Slavica when Slavica was throwing the first shirts.
Yeah, but it's not going far when she throws it. You're like throwing it. You're throwing it across the field.
Yeah, Slavica threw them all to one person. I was like, this person's going home with 5 shirts, and you got 70 other people who want a shirt. And I saw Mila, is that her name?
Yeah.
I saw Mila, and Mila's like, she can't even throw it. I was like, Mila, come here.
I was down there and I felt like I was in a Bulls game. I was like a cannon for sure. No, those are like a long
like an unbelievables, like all those like chicks that are just like throwing like that, like all cutesy. Right. Like this guy's ready to go. Brian Urlacher.
It was hilarious.
I was dying.
Jesi mislio da ćeš da dobiješ tu nagradu koju si dobio? Kako se zove nagrada?
Best debut actor.
Ja nisam ni znao.
Well, you're not supposed to know.
Ne znao sam.
That's the whole point.
That's the whole point.
No, ne to, ne da nisam znao, nego nisam znao da ima, mislim, znao sam da ima nagrade, ali ja sam mislio da imaš ono 2, 3, najbolja ženska, najbolja muška i najbolji film,
režija, to
to. No, we go deep.
Yeah, Slavica goes deep. Slavica.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I say we because it's like a team effort, but really it's her.
Yeah, Slavica's a legend.
Right, she's a G.
She's an OG, yeah.
Totally.
Treba i kolega Rade da dođe, ali na kraju nije uspio da dođe.
Rade trenutno priprema novo nešto, sprema se za to.
Bili su tu...
Ovo ti je odgovor kao što bi ti dao Rade. Tako
da. A Rade imao neki posao i...
So, to talk about the movie. Now, I only saw part of it only because like I had to host and I was being pulled in 5 directions. But like the stuff that I saw, it reminded me of like those like classic American cop films, right? Like your Rush Hour and all that other stuff. Which one are you, Jackie Chan or Chris Tucker?
Ali bukvalno, good cop, bad cop.
Right.
Oof. Well, look, Jackie Chan is the guy that's like flying everywhere and he knows everything that's going down.
Right.
Chris Tucker's also a guy that's like I'm probably a Chris Tucker. It's like the accidents that are happening, right. if we're making that.
So, how was that whole experience filming that? What did you do to prepare for it? Or did you just fall right into it, you know, because it was just a part of you?
When people ask me that, like, what do I do? Probably like because of going through the faculty, going through school.
Yeah.
For that, you learn all the methods, you learn who you are, you learn how to get there.
Right.
So I think it just all became like I have my ways, but like I wouldn't understand. Like I wouldn't know how to like explain it to you. Like yo,
you either get it or you don't.
Be the svinjak, like.
Yeah. But is it hard for you to memorize lines? I know I have that problem. I mean, memorizing Serbian lines is a whole different thing for me at least. But obviously you're more fluent than I am. Do you find it hard to memorize lines?
No. I did in the beginning, but once you get into the rhythm of filming, and when you have enough time, and once you get into the rhythm of being in a theater,
right?
It comes to me. Like we could grab scenari right now. We could read the like 4 lines and.
Jel naučiš sve na pamet ili po scenama ono kao?
No. I learn everything by scene.
Oh, okay.
So I know what days I'm filming what, so I have time when I'm home. I think that the main part about it is learning what the whole point is of the scene and what you're doing in the scene, and who you are.
So even if you f up, you might be able to improv if you know
Yeah,
it's
of
all
course,
real, yeah.
of course, that's normal.
What do you think is the biggest challenge of doing a movie like this? Because some things are labor intensive because really you're running around trying to catch people and like doing these stunts and stuff.
The biggest problem of doing this as an actor is generally watching on the sidelines. And
as an actor,
the biggest problems here. I don't know. I didn't have any problems except the only thing that makes me mad is the waiting. Like you're always waiting for something to get set up. You're always waiting for something to happen. That's the only thing that's a problem. I say actors when they're doing their job, we're paid to wait. We're not. When we start to act, we're doing what we love, and we're doing what we.
That's like 15 minutes of like an 8-hour day, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like out of our 12 hours a day, you're on like 3 hours you're in scene. I don't know.
For a scene, like 3 hours?
Yeah, no, like all together. From all the scenes that you filmed in that day, that's how long you're...
Ko je radio casting za taj film? Ko je zabrao tebe i radite da ste kao glavni?
So me and Rada, getting into that, I did his first movie. I was like, I had a small role in his first movie that didn't go into his first movie.
Okay. Isekli su te.
Yeah, he was left on the cutting room floor.
Da, isekli su mnogo.
Pa da nadoknadne možda su te stavili.
Mnogo iz tog dana, zato što su imali oni neku problematiku, što je sasvim okej. I onda smo završili taj snimajući dan i sedeli smo, ja sam imao tu možda 3-4 rečenice, igrali smo, bio sam jedan od fudbalera u filmu sa njim. I seli smo posle dok su oni nameštali nešto. Ja ga pogledam i rekao, aj brate nešto da radimo.
Zlatni dečko?
Ne, ekipa.
Ekipa, right. Pomešao sam, prikazivali smo.
I ja njemu kažem, ja rekao, ajde, da radimo nešto.
Šta ćemo da radimo novo?
I on kaže, šta ćemo da radimo? I ne znam šta sam, ja sam njemu rekao nešto poput...
Neke komedije, nešto.
Ma ja sam teo neku tešku dramu da igram. A on je bio u fazonu, ne. Daj mi malo vremena. I ovo je faktički pisano za mene. Mislim, pisano za mene i za njega. On Backović, mislim, on je sve odradio full i Backo je tu dodavao i radio sa njim, koliko sam upućen. I rade i na kraju, pored svega toga, kad sam mu dao tu ideju, ispod najveći brat na svetu i rekao, igramo.
Znači, bukvalno on je tebe uveo u...
Da, on je mene uveo u tu glavnu ulogu, on je bio u fazonu, ja ću tebe i to je to.
Jel ti bila frka kad si čuo ko su ostali glumci koji su...
Da.
Ko je glumac od kog ti je bila najveća frka da nije Ljuba Banović?
Uzeo mi odgovor.
Pošto sam čuo da je Ljuba baš ono...
Ljuba je...
I strog, a i veoma dobar glumac.
Ljuba je meni ko stric sad. Pored svega toga.
Drago mi je da čujem.
Ali bilo ih je, ne znam, i Milan Vasić. Znaš, pored svih njih, mislim, videli ste film juče. Pored svih tih glumaca, meni prva uloga, ja sam tu i to sam glavna, pored njih.
To je to što te pitam, je li bilo frka? Meni bi bilo frka.
Ma jeste.
Meni bi bilo strah.
Ono da budeš bouncer, da izbacuješ u onoj seriji.
Neke sam ljude znao, znaš, dosta ljude sam znao sa seta. Doduše, snimao sam Tetko i 3 muškarca sa Milanom, seriju. Sa Gagom sam radio pre toga. Sa Gagom studirali smo isto vreme na fakultetu. Samo što je ona bila generacija, 2 generacije mlađe od mene.
Ti si 95. Ti si još mlađi.
Da.
Čekaj, ti si Denisovo godište u stvari.
Da, ja i Denis se znamo, ja sam bio kod Vide, a Denis je bio kod Bilje.
Trojpec je 80 neko, brate.
A Trojpec je 86.
Ono bače kod štric. Stari burazeri.
Trojpec nam je stari burazer. Murić je bio na FDU, ja sam bio na FSU, ja sam bio na privatnom. Trojpec je isto, ja mislim, završio gde sam ja. Gaga je bila, Gagu sam znao pre snimanja. I bilo mi je baš drago što ćemo snimati zajedno.
Gaga...
Dragana Mićalović.
Dragana Mićalović, okej.
Da. Sad radiš matematiku u glavu, jeste ona starija, ali kasnije upisala akademiju.
Zato?
Da.
Okej, to sad, that makes sense što bi rekao.
Kasnije upisala akademiju. Ali i Denisa, faktički, mislim, mi smo se svi družili to fakultetima itd. I upoznavali tamo na Sterino pozorje u Novom Sadu. tako smo počeli svi da se, relativno da se upoznajemo, da se družimo. Tako da kad sam ja čuo da dolazi Mićko, Trojpec i Denis u Chicago, ja sam rekao pa ja moram da ih ugostim, to su moji kolege.
Pa normalno. Ko će bolje nego
Stefan. Ja bih probao da ugostim svakog, ali vi ste doveli sve što je moglo se dovede
i više čini mi
se svakog filma.
Ove godine čini mi se i više nego što je trebalo.
Pa mi smo rekli prošle godine, više gostiju, više filmova, 10. jubilarni Srpski filmski festival. So we promised it, you got it.
You guys promised it and you did it.
Right.
Ali da se vratimo ponovno toga, tako da ne znam da sam od Milan me je, na primjer, navodio za neke scene, kaže nemoj me kao kolega, to je stvarno divno od njega.
Stariji
kolega koji mi pomogao, na primjer, neke scene koje ja nisam, u kojim smo igrali, koje ja nisam, na primjer, u svojoj glavi tačno precizirao tako. Ja sam ih video drugačije, on ih video ovako, ali to je bilo tačnije. Stariji je kolega. I ja uopšte se ne ljutim mislim na te stvari.
We talked about the cutting room floor, right? Is there something that was left out that we didn't get to see that you wished was stayed?
Of our movie?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that our first hand of the movie was 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Oh wow.
So there is something that was cut out.
Right, a good chunk
of
it.
But I forgot everything. I've watched this movie so many times. I even watched it this time. I mean, I watched it more just to be. I was watching it from the side hall,
right,
of where the people were sitting. I was watching it more just to see where people are.
Were you weirded out by seeing people's reactions live as they were watching it?
No, I was actually happy. I was like, oh my god, this is all right. Once I heard them laugh the first time, I was like, all right, perfect.
Right. What steps did you take after that? Once a light bulb went off to continue in that path of acting?
I got home and I told my parents I want to go to acting school in Serbia.
Specifically over there?
Yeah.
How'd you decide?
I mean, my whole life, since I was 15, 14, since I was going to Serbia every summer, I always wanted to move there.
Oh.
And my main reasons were through soccer, but that never happened. And my parents called a friend in Serbia who said, listen, there's an audition for this school. If they accept you, they accept you. And that's how it happened. I went literally straight to that school, and they were like, Vido Gnjanovic, my professor, is accepting class this year. Go, and I did, and they accepted me.
In the audition, what did they require you to do?
A dramatic monologue, a comedic monologue, and I sang.
What was the
we
song?
know that you are singing.
Yeah, we do. We definitely know that you sing.
I sang, and
tu si prošao definitivno.
And I read poetry.
Oh, that's interesting.
I mean, čitaš pesmu.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Izražajno.
Da, izgovaraš pesmu.
Right.
Recituješ. Okay.
Ne nagađaš američke, srpske.
But you know what the funny thing is? I learned how to sing in school. I didn't know how to sing before.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like in a choir?
No. We have, it's called Tehnika glasa.
Oh.
So I have a video on my phone of me singing in 2015.
Send it to me.
You're not publishing it for sure.
Yeah.
No, it's catastrophic.
Oh. Well, then you can show me privately.
And then you got...
Use it for bribe.
And then you got all these videos that I post of me singing.
Yeah.
Blackmail, sorry.
Blackmail.
And then,
you know how people threaten other people, like, I got a nude of you? It's like, I got that 15-year-old clip of you singing.
Literally, yeah.
Dođeš mi pare. Yeah, I still have that video.
Yeah, seriously.
So that's what I had. That's the thing I learned in school. I learned how to sing.
Nice. So here in America, it's like, okay, you could go to acting school and all that. You can go to an agency and get a manager, get that agent, and hopefully get those auditions. Is that the same thing that happened to you? Like, how did you take that next step into actually getting the first opportunity?
So it's a little different. You don't have now you have 2 agencies in Serbia or 3. But I'm not in any of them.
Oh. Are you going rogue?
Independent contractor,
freelancer.
Yeah, mostly, a lot of people are independent, in Serbia.
That's interesting.
You have casting calls.
I'm just surprised.
He probably just post himself as a truck on a market. I'm available this time.
You know how they have, the Oglasi at Jewel? You just put your face everywhere. I'm ready to go.
That's how it was and while we were in school. Everybody wanted to work and nobody had work.
U Srbiji sve na vezu ide. Come on, man, just say it.
I wouldn't say that.
No? I feel like one thing leads to another.
There are things that lead to, but for example, you have directors that that want you, who've already watched you. You have auditions. You have open auditions for things. that goes from mouth to mouth. That's usually how we all find out about them.
Right.
And then like the first 50 people are accepted to go to the audition, and then that's it.
Ti si bio bouncer u onoj seriji sa...
Državni službenik.
Da, državni službenik. Kako od bouncera dođeš do policajca? Šta je sljedeće, brate? Šta misliš?
Sljedeće?
Mafijaša.
Bi bio neki krimos. Bio bi opasan, brate.
Sljedeće, neću vam kažem šta je.
Nemoj.
Ali odgovor kao ovo da bude humor, sljedeće šta bi?
Aha.
Sljedeće bi volio da igram sveštenika.
Sveštenika. Ja sam baš razmišljao u drugom pravcu, ali reći ti te posle.
Znam.
Oče, brate.
Oče, blagoslovi.
Ne, volio bi ja to, razumiješ? Volio bi da opravo. Nemam pojma, ima neku želju. Da li sveštenika da igram?
Jel ima neko sem ljube?
Jer ja sad hoću da izađem iz ove komedije. Mislim da izađem iz komedije. Ne, hoću sad da igram
nešto drugačije, naravno.
You don't want to be typecasted.
Yeah, I don't want to be typecasted.
Right.
Nemoj da te stave u šablon da si sad ti stupid cop, for example, da ostaneš samo tako neki
da ostanem to ili da ostanem stupid Crnogorac or like, you know.
Right. Ti Crnogorac?
U filmu, da.
Da, u filmu, da.
Were you...
Mislim, inače po majci mi je majka mi iz Crne Gore, otac mi iz Srbije je na granici, otac mi iz Prijepolja, majka mi iz Pljevalja.
Ja bih rekao zapadna Srbija, Beograd, nikako Crna Gora, nisam ni znao, ali dobro.
I don't know where anyone is on the map though, so don't ask me, right? You know what I mean?
Geografija.
Are we all gonna rock a vinjak?
We could.
Srki's got like everything in here, man. Look at his room. Like this, is this your room?
Is this you with Lepa Brena or?
Oh, that's the singer shrine. Of like me with all the singers. I have Zorica Markovic, Lepa Brena, Chana, Anica, Milenkovic. There's more. It's just I need to get more frames. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who this is.
Chana.
Chana
was she was at Gračanica, baby.
That's Chana?
Chana, early 2000s.
Bro.
You're lying. That's Chana.
Swear to God, she came. I think it was like Imam Dokas came out during that time.
Imam Dokas, da si bio sa mnom. Imam Dokas.
You don't know that song?
I found that.
Get the out.
I didn't know that song either until I went to Ami G show and then Edita sang it for some reason.
Oh, she's great, man. I met her. We were here for Severina and Ministarke. We did a Vegas show with them. She's great, man. I love her. Her and Breskvica, I would have a hard time deciding.
Before we get deep into that sexual fantasy, let's go back to what I want to talk about.
Let's go back to the vinjak.
A preference.
Who wants the vinjak?
What the hell?
You want to do a vinjak?
Let's do one. But all of us. All of us.
Pa jedino ako mora da se nazdravi, a mora da se promeša. Znaš kako se zove vinjak u Srbiji? Vinjau.
I love how this bottle's like extra
That's
careful.
good, bro. That's more than a shot, bro.
Are you sure?
Do you have ice in here?
No. I usually put things in the spice to cool
Dobro,
off.
može vinjak kao shot. To.
You know how we do. We either put it outside on the balcony or like it's in a spice somewhere. You think I have ice up in here?
Ajde, uzdravlje.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming.
Uzdravlje, izvini što ja sedim.
It's all good. You rapped on Amiji show. Is that something that you just...
I wasn't
like a party trick?
I wasn't expecting it.
Who the hell knew that?
Rade, I mean, they all know because when we get like... It all depends on what kind of vibe we're in.
Okay.
And where we're at. Usually when we're having like a let loose weekend.
Yeah.
And then they heard it once and he was like... And he brought it out of his sleeve. He was like, I'm going to...
Like you were freestyling or you were rapping a song that you knew?
No, that was a straight freestyle that I thought in the spot.
No, I meant like when... You're typically around these people.
No, when I'm typically around these people, I'm freestyling.
Now, let's kick it into high gear. I have a segment called Please Explain, where I look through people's social media and I find pics that I would actually want an explanation for. So you're in for a treat. Now, here's you on the tractor. Now, I don't know if it's hard out here in these streets in the acting world, or, you know, no matter where you come from or how famous you get, you're still that guy.
I'm always gonna be this guy. This guy right here, that's me forever. Like, I love doing stuff like this. I love being stupid, taking pictures of wild, like being on tractors, on horses. I love nature. Yeah, but this is by my tetka in Dobanovci. That's like 16 kilometers away from Belgrade.
It takes me like, metric system.
Yeah, it takes me like 10 minutes to get there. And she has, this is her house is up front this way, and this is her barn where she has horses and tractors and everything and all this bunch of land, and now they have goats.
Nice.
So that's me chilling in Dobanovci with my fam.
So you weren't necessarily doing something; you were just chilling up there. And
I was just chilling on the tractor.
Oh, okay. I was expecting like, you know.
No, you thought I was plowing?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't plowing.
Imaju konje.
Now this is giving me like Gomez Adam vibes.
Is this you, bro?
Yeah, this is when I was skinny. That's when I was skinny and...
How long ago was it?
Mexican on this one, though.
This was like three years ago.
And this was a play, I'm assuming.
This is a play Ženidba I udadba. U režiji moje profesorke Vida Ognjanović, da igram glavnu ulogu.
So what do you like better, plays or movies? Because
when I went to acting school, I thought I was gonna be like a film star. But once you get into the theater and you live through the people and their reactions.
Yeah.
Theater.
That's what people were saying. Once you're in the theater, you actually hear people's applause. You feel people's laugh.
You feel the vibe.
The soul of those people. Like you're acting towards the camera, and the camera gives you no feedback.
That's the thing, like that I'm scared of. Like always, that theater needs to live. Like we can't let the theaters die.
It's one thing to be scared if you're going to say something wrong in Serbian. It's another thing to be live in front of an audience where you can't yell cut and start over.
Yeah.
Do you find that you get psyched
I love
out?
that. I love that adrenaline rush.
Oh, okay.
I started to love it. In the beginning, I was scared also. Like,
right.
I'd be over there in the corner doing prayers that my mom taught me as a kid, and my only wish to God would be, don't let me f*** up.
Right.
Se desilo nekad da se blokiraš pa da moraš da improvizuješ, da ne možeš da zapamtiš tekst ili nešto?
Pa vidi, ja...
Pošto si relativno mladi glumac.
Ja sam igrao Romeo i Juliju, a ja sam bio tada u tom periodu baš lenčuga. Mislim, student, ono. I spremamo Romeo i Juliju i nisam iskreno znao tekst. Možda sam znao 70% teksta. I kad ne znaš tekst, to može da te upropasti ozbiljno.
Well, yeah, if someone's following you
zato što ti je to pogotovo u Shakespeare u stihu.
Right. So if you f*** up and someone's waiting on like the last line, they f*** up. It's a domino effect.
Yeah, they're waiting for your Schlagwort.
Right.
Yeah, that was my first role ever.
Was that like you being an extra, or did you have actually lines?
I mean, they give you like I got credited for that on IMDb, but I had like 3 lines.
Statista, basically, right?
Statista sa zadatkom. That was my first TV show. That's Urgent Care.
So I didn't watch the episode, but were you like in there?
I was in there for like maybe 14 seconds.
No, I meant like what were you? What were you at the hospital for?
Oh, I was a criminal who wanted to get out of jail, so I lied that I was sick.
That's hilarious. Because they're like looking into your eyes as if like your eyes were dilated or like you're seizing or something. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
U kamionu, nemoj samo to da kažeš.
Hell no.
Like you're already certain where you're going. You're acting in movies. You're going to continue doing that, and down the line you mentioned you might want to try doing LA and all that other stuff. So it's like that's all fine and dandy. Why switch gears when the train's already moving? It left the station.
Use the momentum.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to use the momentum right now, but
totally.
Everything's going perfect. I mean, perfect. It's going good.
Hvala Bogu, yeah. I want to thank you guys for coming to pregame with me. I'm going to hit up the Uber real quick, but before we go, check out the first episode of the new animated series, Familijarno. Here you go. Hi, I'm Srdjan General, and this is my family. Nope, not them. Them. They're a fresh off the boat kind of family that tries their very best to navigate life in America. You know what they say, you can't take the village out the villager. No matter how smelly my school lunch can be, or how many times my life can be threatened, I wouldn't have it any other way. I guess you can say, it's all too Familijarno to me. I don't remember calling for one of Sneža's 7 patuljaka. Ooh, good one. Where are your headphones? In my desk downstairs. They're noise canceling. I usually wear them when you try to speak Serbian to Baba and Jedo over the phone. Shut up! Why are you even dressed like that just to stay home? I'm going out, thank you very much. You don't like it? I think I look good. Yeah. Ha! That's funny coming from someone dressed like a f***ing refugee. This is my favorite hoodie. Ma ženo draga, kupus je sad na sale u Fresh Farms. Idi pa uzmi dok nisu one guske pokupile sve. Kud si ti pošao? I'm going on a date. Just keep that to yourself, okay? I'm not trying to make a big deal out of it. Ej, Cico, zvač te kasnije. Srđo mi se sprema za date. Mama! Čuti, na telefonu sam. Da. Ne znam da li je prava, ali značeš kad dobiješ pozivnicu za svadbu. Ok, ajde, bye. Ok, čućemo se. I pozdravi tvoje, ok? Važi. Ćao. Sa kim ideš out? No, now I'm not telling you anything. Ajde, neće Cica nikome reći. Ma znaš ti nju. Igrala folklor tamo na Ashlandu. Remember? You would always call her Veštica? Pa jest. Njena majka, mislim, uvek prodavala palačinke na onim zabavama. P***a joj materina. Svaki put kažem hoću se eurokremom, ona mi daje sa džemom. Gluplju ženu nisam nikad upoznala u mom životu. Okay? Yes, that one. Ova tvoja, ako se sećam dobro, tada se ošišala nakratko. Ličila na boy. Ali sad, hvala Bogu, liči na girl. And a pretty one, too. Proveri dobro, sine. Ovim danima ne zna se ko je ko. Pipaj dole i vidi da li ima kobasicu i jaje. Ako ima, ma beži motherfucking. Ma daj bre, Božo, ne lupetaj. Gdje ćete? Vodim je u neki restoran. Yeah, McDonald's. Oh, don't worry, Savo. I'll get you a happy meal on the way back. Fuck you. Ej, ne fuckaj. I'm actually taking her somewhere nice. Ako ćeš ići po nju, onda ne idi k praznih ruku, okej? Izaberi piće dola i ponesi. Dosta je ostalo od slave. Neće to niko pit. Okej. Al si se lepo iskocko, mamino, pile šećeru moj. Okay, stop. No girl is gonna get excited when they hear that. Tako je. Javi nam se da znamo da si okej. I koristi kurton. Ostavio sam ti jednu u glove box za svaki slučaj. I'm pretending I didn't hear that. I stavio sam nove preslake na sedišta. Samo rokaj. Jesi ti lud? Srđo je još mlad za takve stvari. Slušaj, i da ima 12 godina, rekao bi mu isto. Sva što sam ja radio u tim godinama. Have a fun, sine.